Hi friends, welcome to Manohar Finance channel. As you might have already noticed from the thumbnail, today we are going to discuss about data centers. Friends, every time you do a UPI payment, watch YouTube video, open Instagram, or even use AI tools like ChatGPT, all that data is processed in one place, which is data center. And right now, India is witnessing a massive data center boom with billions of dollars of investments coming from companies like Google, Microsoft, AWS, Adani, and Reliance. In today's video, we will understand what data centers are, why they are growing so fast in India, and most importantly, which sectors and stocks could benefit from this mega trend. Let's jump into this video. First, let's understand what is data center. Data center is basically a huge, highly secured building full of powerful computers like servers that store, process, and deliver data for apps, websites, banking systems, cloud storage, and AI tools. Think of a data center like a digital factory plus warehouse. Warehouse stores your photo, video, files, emails, and the factory processes this data like running YouTube or Instagram, and the delivery network sends data back to phone or laptop instantly. Let's take a simple example to understand this. When you open WhatsApp, the messages are not magically coming from your friend's phone directly. They are routed through servers sitting in a data center. Now that we know what data center is, let's understand the main components of it. Let's talk about servers. These are the brain, which actually do the work. They store data, run applications, and process transactions. Let's take an example to understand this better. Amazon AWS uses millions of servers to run cloud services like EC2, S3, and AI tools. Storage systems. These acts like digital godowns, storing files and records. It consists of hard drives, SSDs, and storage arrays. Example, Google stores billions of YouTube videos in large scale storage clusters. And we have power supply systems. Power supply system is the lifeline. Data center need uninterrupted power supply 24 bar 7. This includes power grid connections, transformers, and power distribution units. Uninterrupted power backup is provided by UPS instantly when power grid fails. UPS ensures servers don't shut down even for 1 second because even 1 second outage can cost millions. Then we have diesel generators. If power outages last longer, diesel generators take over. Now, let's take a look at cooling system. Servers generate massive heat. Cooling system is critical. It includes chillers, cooling towers, computer room, air conditioning, liquid cool for AI servers. They also have network monitoring equipment which connect server to the internet and to each other. These components include routers, switches, and firewalls. They also have racks called the storage shelves. Servers are placed inside metal cabinet called racks. Apart from these, we have fire detection and fire suppression system to extinguish fire, which includes smoke detectors and gas-based fire suppressions. They also have physical security like CCTVs, biometric guards, access cards, and man traps. They have monitoring and management systems, which can be called as control room. This include sensors, temperature monitor, power and server health monitoring systems. Let's take an example to understand how different components in a data center interact with each other. When you watch a video on YouTube, your phone sends a request through internet. This request reaches a data center. Server fetches the video from storage. Networking equipment sends it back. Cooling equipment keeps server alive Power backup ensures that there is no power interruption. Now that we know what constitutes data center, let's discuss about how they are classified. Data centers are commonly classified in two ways. One by ownership or business model, and second by reliability or uptime classification. Let's discuss each of these in detail with examples from industry. Now, let's discuss about the classification by ownership or business model. First, we have enterprise or captive data centers. These are owned and operated by companies mainly for their internal use. These are dedicated infrastructure with high security, mainly used by banks, telecoms, government. Let's take an example. HDFC Bank using servers for core banking and UPI settlement systems. The other model is co-location. Here, data center companies rent racks, cage, power, and cooling, etc. Customers bring their servers, data center provides infrastructure. This is the most popular model for startups and enterprises in India. Let's take an example. A fintech company rents 10 racks instead of building their own data centers to reduce risks. You can think of it as renting an apartment in a building. Next, we have hyperscale data center. These are owned by big cloud companies, providing cloud services like AWS, Azure, etc. These are very large in scale. They are built for cloud computing and they are highly automated. Example, these are used for hosting apps, SaaS products, AI workloads, and databases. Next, we have edge data centers. These are small data centers placed near end users to reduce latency. These are useful for 5G, gaming, and OTT or IoT applications. Example, gaming servers placed near Hyderabad for low ping. Now, let's discuss about classification by reliability or uptime. This type of classification is used most commonly across globe. We have Tier 1 and Tier 2 data centers which have basic capacity and they run on single path power. Because of this, they have high downtime risk. Example, small corporate data center setup. Tier 3 data centers. These are most common in India. It has N plus 1 redundancy, multiple power or cooling paths, and it has uptime of 99.982%, which means they can only have downtime of 1.6 hours per year. And we have Tier 4 data centers. This has highest reliability. It has 2N redundancy, fully mirrored systems, and has very high uptime of 99.995%, which means they can be down for about 26.3 minutes per year. These are used in stock exchanges, defense, and mission critical banking. Now that we know different classifications of data centers, let's understand where India stands globally. US dominates with approximately 53.7 gigawatts, which accounts for 44% of global installed IT capacity. US is followed by China with approximately 31.9 gigawatts. Third, we have EU with 11.9 gigawatts, followed by Japan plus South Korea with combined capacity of 6.6 gigawatts. India stands at fifth place with approximately 3.6 gigawatts installed IT power capacity. Out of this, Mumbai alone holds 53% of India's share. By 2032, India is projected to have approximately 15 gigawatts capacity. India is amongst the fastest growing. Multiple gigawatts of capacity are under construction or being announced. India's share is likely to grow materially over next 2 to 3 years. Now, let's understand why data centers are important and what benefits Government of India is giving to attract these companies. Data centers act as a foundation of digital economy. UPI payments, banking apps, other infrastructure rely heavily on data center to run in real time. They provide support for emerging technologies. Example, AI startups can store and train models locally for faster insights and reduce costs. They help achieve digital sovereignty and security. They help ensure that Indian data stays under Indian jurisdiction. They help in economic growth and job creation. It also helps India in positioning itself as a regional data and cloud hub for South Asia and beyond due to relatively lower cost and massive digital demand. Now, let's understand what incentives central government is giving to attract global data centers. Budget proposed tax holiday until 2047 for foreign companies that provide cloud services globally via data centers based in India. This gives a zero or very low direct tax burden on their profits derived from such services. This is done to encourage global tech giants like Google, AWS, Microsoft to build, expand, and use Indian data center infrastructure. The budget also introduced a 15% safe harbor rate on certain related party services. Profits for data center activities under a threshold, example 2000 crore, intended to reduce tax disputes. Data centers are given infrastructure status, which unlocks cheaper credit and long-term financing. They also came up with draft data center policy which provides up to 20 years of tax exemption if they meet conditions like training jobs for locals, energy efficiency targets, and meeting capacity goal. Government is also providing GST inputs on capital assets and providing interest subsidies to lower finance cost. Now, let's understand what state governments are doing to attract these data centers. Key incentives which they are offering include 100% reimbursement of stamp duty and land registration charges, subsidies on power and renewable energy usage, providing land at concessional rates, accepting electricity duty, and providing single window clearances. Each state has unique advantage like coastal cities like Mumbai, Vizag, and Chennai have undersea cable landing stations. This helps states to attract data centers. Through these policies and incentives, states are attracting data centers to their respective states. Now, let's understand few major existing and upcoming data center projects in India. First, let's talk about Indian companies. Reliance is building 1 gigawatt data center project in AP and Jamnagar. It is planning to provide services like hyperscale AI data center, edge and cloud ancillary service across Reliance ecosystem. We also have Yota NM1, which is managed by Hiranandani Group. It is planning to build in Navi Mumbai and have Yota parks at Greater Noida, Chennai, and Gift City. It is planning to provide services like hyperscale colocation, carrier neutral interconnect, Tier 4 colocation, and AI ready racks. We have Nextra by Airtel. Airtel has announced approximately 5,000 crore capex to scale Nextra and edge footprint across India. We have global players like AWS building data centers in Mumbai and Hyderabad regions. They recently announced approximately 7 billion expansion in Hyderabad. Microsoft India is also planning to have data centers in Hyderabad and Pune. Their main services are Azure Cloud, AI infrastructure, and enterprise cloud. Google, via Raiden Infotech, is planning 1 gigawatt AI data center in Vishakhapatnam. Scale of this investment is around 87,500 crore. STT GDC is also planning hundreds of megawatt expansion across multiple cities in India. Here, the partner is STT GDC, Singapore-based company. Apart from this, we also have JVs like Adani Connects, where Indian partner is Adani and foreign partner is Connects. We also have some data center developments by RMZ Group in AP, Equinix in Mumbai and Chennai, NTT Global and ControlX data centers across multiple Indian cities. Now, let's understand some themes and stocks that benefit because of data centers. Before we jump into this, please note that I am not SEBI registered. This video is for your knowledge only. Please consult your financial advisor before investing. First theme that gets benefited out of this is EPC. To build these data centers, we need companies that have capabilities to execute large projects. Companies like L&T, KEC are some of key beneficiaries. Second theme is power infra. Data center needs large diesel or backup power for uptime guarantees. Companies like Kirloskar Oil Engines and Cummins India fit in here. We need lot of electrical equipment like switchgear, transformer, etc. Companies like ABB India, KEC International fit in here. Blue Star, Voltas, Amber Enterprise, and KNR heat exchangers provide cooling solution systems. Companies like Sterlite Technologies and Tata Communication provide fiber optic solutions. We have operators like Airtel and Reliance who sells this space and benefit out of this. Apart from this, we have companies like Anantaraj developing land and digital infrastructure parks, IT and digital service providers like Blackbox and Orin Pro Solutions, pure cloud and server platforms like E2E networks and NetWeb technologies benefiting because of data center growth in India. Now, let's understand the risks and challenges these data centers face. These risks can mainly be classified into three major categories: financial, strategic, and operational. Let's discuss about each of these in detail. First, let's discuss about financial risk. Data centers need high capex, needing high upfront cost, and the ROI is achieved only after 7 to 15 years of operations. Since these are high capex projects, they are easily prone to interest rate risks. Let's look at strategic risk. Data centers depend on approval and government policies. A sudden tightening in compliance can increase operating costs for co-location projects. We have cyber security risk. If a cloud or data center suffers a cyber breach, customer trust collapses and contracts can be cancelled. Now, let's understand about operational risk. Data centers need 24 bar 7 stable electricity. If the grid is weaker or power is expensive, profitability drops. We also have water scarcity risk. Cities like Chennai and Hyderabad face seasonal water stress, which can become a policy concern in future. We also have fire risk. Even a small electrical fire can lead to millions of dollars because of downtime losses. Apart from this, we have major risks like technology obsolescence risk, latency and connectivity, competitive and price war, supply chain risk. If transformers or switch gets delivery is delayed, commissioning gets postponed, and also risk from natural disasters. I hope you got good overview about data centers in India. If you felt this video interesting, please like, share and subscribe. It will motivate me in bringing many more such interesting topics to you. You can let me know your thoughts about data center future in India, and then the stocks which benefit out of this theme using comment section. Thank you all for staying tuned till now. Hope you got to learn something new and interesting today.